Welcome to Love Affairs. I'm your host. My name is Jatkiss, and today we're going to discuss about why relationships of our generation fail. Stay tuned. Welcome to Love Affairs. I'm your host. My name is Jatkiss, and today we're going to discuss about why relationships of our generation fail. I have two guests with me. I have Anita and June. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Talking about relationships, do you believe in love?
Yes, I do.
Yes, you do. Anita.
I do.
So we know for sure that when we compare relationships of our generation and those from the old days, like our relationships, for our generation, they are quite short-lived. Why do you think most relationships of our generation fail?
I think people tend to get into a relationship before they are fully prepared.
Okay.
Yeah, for you to get into a relationship, you need to make sure that you're fully prepared, like mentally, physically, even spiritually, because there you're going to fight back.
Okay.
Yeah. So you find that you're not prepared to get in a relationship. Obviously, you'll be drama, you'll be disappointed, and then you leave. Yeah.
I think relationships are very important, first of all,
Okay.
for anybody, just for personal growth or just growing other people.
Yeah.
So, one of the reasons why I would say our relationships fail now is because people are just not ready.
People are not ready.
Yeah, people are not ready because you find a situation where one person goes to date somebody without them knowing what they want, and without getting to know the person for who they really are and their capabilities and whatnot. And then at the same time, people also need to understand to say, before you enter a relationship, what do you want to achieve from the same relationship that you actually enter into? So I think with all those things just put out there, there's actually more, but then stuff like that is what makes people not ready and relationships fail.
Okay. If I understand this correctly, when we look at it from the perspective of gens, gens easily fall for ladies. You can find within 24 hours a guy can like someone, and the next day they can even propose to that lady. But then with ladies it's quite different because they might take in days, weeks, even months sometimes to in order for them to be in a relationship. So why do you think mostly for guys it's always quicker?
I think for a fact is men are attracted to what they see.
What they see.
What they see, definitely.
Are you attracted to what you see?
Whoa, yeah, I see ghost creation. So yeah.
Okay.
So, but then, on a more serious note, men are attracted to what they see.
Yeah.
And then they tend to like a lot of women. You get it? So they tend to like this woman, they like that woman, they like that woman. But then, for a focused man, I believe we're given self-control for a reason. And we're given intelligence for a reason. We cannot just be behaving like dogs or any other animal. I believe we can use that to actually focus on one thing. Because I believe if I want to grow one woman, I can definitely do it. And just grow with her and try to always fall back in love with her and try to learn from her. And I don't need other women.
Men are always attracted. Are usually attracted to what they see. Do you think that also contributes to why most of relationships nowadays they easily fail?
Yes and no kind of answer I would give to you.
Okay.
Yes, because if I don't know myself and then I tend to see multiple women, I'll definitely go after them.
Okay.
But then if I know who I am and what I want, even if I see multiple women, I will not do it. I'll always think of the one I have.
Okay. So what time frame do you usually give to a guy before you can be together that people?
8 months.
8 months. That's minimum.
8 months.
Can you keep on pushing that long?
8 months?
Yeah.
I might.
You might. Do you think you can? You might. Can you?
Depends from what I think. What do you want to get from this relationship, eh?
Okay.
So 8 months may not seem long if I'm really interested in this person. If I also like what this person has to offer.
Okay.
If her mind and my mind are in sync, then 8 months just all right.
That's all right.
Yeah, I think if she knows and I get to prove myself to her, then she would definitely understand. So even 8 months won't even feel like 8 months.
Yeah.
So that's why I said I might.
Okay. Okay. Cheating is one of the reasons why most relationships fail.
Yes.
She might be cheating minus you knowing. He might be cheating minus you knowing. So cheating being one of the influences that lead to failure of relationships. How do you think this can be best dealt with?
I think what causes someone to cheat is because they've seen something in someone that isn't in their partner.
Okay.
So I think if you see that your partner is lacking something and you've seen it in someone,
Yeah.
it's better you go to that person and like cheating.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Okay. So this brings up something. Usually they say it's easy to go back to your ex, right? I don't know if you are familiar with that quote.
Yeah, I've heard the phrase.
Yeah. So the issue is people say it's easier to go back to your ex, and you find someone might move on with a new relationship, and then you find the current partner is unable to do certain things that the ex was doing. So would you talk to your current partner about your ex's capabilities?
Something I would do. It also depends on the type of person you're dating and the type of environment you're trying to create with this person. I feel if as I'm moving towards a new relationship, I haven't completely forgotten about the other one.
Yeah.
Because I definitely somewhere somehow in my subconscious I still want certain things I used to get from that relationship.
Yeah.
Maybe I like the way she used to talk to me, or I like the way she used to sing me songs or dance or something.
Yeah.
So I think the best way I can actually approach a new relationship is by interacting with my new partner. Because you are my partner, you're supposed to be my other half. So you're supposed to understand my strengths and my weaknesses.
Yes.
So I feel I would normally create an environment where you get to understand to say, oh, okay, I like to be pampered in this manner, or I like to be treated like this.
Yeah.
But then if you get too uncomfortable, you should be able to tell me, say, oh, okay, you always talk about your ex, or you always do this too much. I'm uncomfortable. Then I will learn to also, as I am healing, I will also learn to reduce on certain things. So either way, we're still communicating, and communication is a big deal.
Yeah. How about you? Do you think you can talk to your current partner about what your ex used to do better than him?
Yes, but it depends. It depends on your dating. There are others who are, I don't know what I can say, but they'll find it offensive. Yeah. So it depends the person that I'm.
So there are two things involved. You might discuss it with your current partner to say your ex was good at this, so that he might improve, and he might find it offensive. But on the other hand, you might want to go back to your ex to get all those things that he's not giving you. You get, huh? So which one do you think would be easier for you to do?
For someone to be your ex, it means it failed.
Yeah.
Yes.
In those areas.
Yes.
But there are those
so
areas
for you to go back to your ex, I don't know to others, but it's not okay with me.
Okay.
It's not. That would hate your new partner.
Yeah.
And then it's like you're going back to your past, the pain that you've already gone through, which isn't good for anyone. I think I can just talk to my partner. I want you to be doing this for me. You used to do it for me.
When we compare the education system of these days and those from the old days, when we look at our folks, our folks, most of them were barely educated, like they barely had tertiary education. So you find that in their time, like they barely attended tertiary education. But then when you look at their marriages and relationships, they were long-lived, So looking at us now, you find we are very educated, we have access to most of the information in the world. But then at the end of the day, we still fail to balance up relationships. Do you think being too knowledgeable also affects the lifetime of your relationship?
I think it's a 50-50 thing. I've seen people who are married, who have been married like for 17 years. You find that the woman is a dope and the man is an ex.
Okay.
You can see the difference.
Oh, yeah.
But I've also seen situations where the woman is educated more than the guy, and then she tends to disrespect him in everything. She cheats. She can do anything because obviously she's there. She's on top. I think pride. Yeah. I think pride is also called it.
Would you marry someone who is doing far much better than you?
Yes, you would. I would. For me, that's an opportunity to grow myself, and that's an opportunity. Not in a bad way, but it's also an opportunity for me to learn from this other person.
Okay.
They can give me a different experience of what they've gone through and how they view life.
Okay. There you go.
If you truly love somebody, you would want to see them successful.
Yeah.
Or you'd want to see them do so much for themselves. So I think perhaps it would come in maybe in future where I would feel some type of way about it. But then as for now, I think I'm okay with my woman being extremely fine. Because she will come and help me. And definitely my time is coming, I'll help her out.
Yeah.
And together we'll be able to grow. So I don't see anything wrong with that.
Okay. Yeah. Would you want to be more successful than your partner?
Yeah. No.
Okay. So speaking about why relationships of our generation fail, sometimes you find to say, I just found him kissing. It's not a big deal. Do you think kissing is cheating?
I think even texting somebody behind your partner's back is cheating.
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of texting?
Any type of texting.
No.
Okay, I think
Those messages.
Okay.
if you're going to go behind your partner with the sole intent of not letting them know what's going on, or you've got other reasons for texting this other person, then you're definitely cheating.
You're definitely cheating.
If you're not cheating, then why are you hiding it?
Okay.
Even delete.
No, Jack, you said kissing is definitely cheating. Anita, do you side with him?
Kissing.
It's cheating.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So, let me give this other scenario. So, is the sex cheating and the kissing cheating the same level of cheating? Can you leave your partner in both instances?
I feel sometimes. Well, pretty much. I think your partner is disrespecting you for getting with somebody else, right?
Yeah.
But then, depending on what you truly want, even after the sex, you could still stay, but things won't be the same. That's one thing you should know.
Okay.
Even after the kissing, things could actually change, or I don't think I would stay though.
You don't think you stay
No, I don't
in
think
both instances?
No, I wouldn't stay.
If you find that there are some relationships that are really toxic,
Yeah.
cheating
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah, it's a habit.
Yeah. So if it's first time, I think I can give it another try.
Yeah, you can try. So, ladies usually say, "Oh, men are trash." That has always been there, right?
Mhm.
So, can you live without men?
Yeah.
Okay. Isn't love a beautiful thing?
Love is a beautiful thing if you're with the right person.
With the
but
right
again,
Or the right trash, you mean?
no, if it's the right person, it's not trash.
Oh. But I thought the "oh, men are trash" is a general term, right?
We're excluding the.
Oh. So can it be safe to say "oh, men are trash" except that?
We don't know you.
It does, right?
No.
Okay, so do you think introducing your partner to your parents reduces the chances of it failing?
Yes and no.
Is it no? Okay.
It's a yes, because there's always depends on the type of person that you are really. So it could be a yes because, like, I'll give an example of my parents. Right?
Yeah.
My mom always told me to say, if you're going to bring a woman back home, we should at least know her, and then if you're going to bring her, she has to definitely stay.
Oh.
So that will mean that I can't just be bringing anybody back home.
Oh yeah.
So it also reduces the chance for me just bringing back anybody unless I actually know this one person, because I know after that I'm going to be interrogated on who this person is.
Yeah.
And I should be comfortable and confident to say, oh yeah, that's my woman.
Yeah.
So it kind of does, but then for certain people it's just a strategy to bring more women back home. Yeah.
Personally, for you, do you think it can help, keep a relationship?
Yes, I think it does. I think it also it makes your partner feel some type of way.
Okay.
Right? At least they'll get to know and see a different side of you, even as you go back, as you take her back home to your parents.
Yeah.
You get to be you around your parents, and that's obviously a side that she's never seen anywhere else.
Oh yeah.
So, for all I know, women actually feel good about it because it makes them feel special, it makes them feel nice in some type of way.
Okay, is that true, Anita?
Yeah. It's true.
Have you done that before? Have you ever been to your partner's place before? How was the welcome from the parents?
It's not really like it was my first time meeting them.
Yeah.
Yeah. We used to go to the same church.
Oh. Okay. Were they chilled parents or they are just friends from Nigerian movies?
No, they're just chilled.
Okay.
Just chilled.
So let's say you guys are married, at least a couple.
Yeah.
Under what circumstances do you think you can divorce?
Based on biblical answer.
Biblical answers may not apply that much in our generation, if you know what I mean.
Well, for me, I think the only time I would divorce my wife is if I find her cheating.
Kissing or texting?
Let's say sexual relations. Yes. Then I think that's justifiable enough to divorce this person.
Okay.
But I think that's how it's supposed to be done, and I think that's how it should be done. But then I see people getting too emotional and getting too, I don't know, what were too sentimental, so to say.
Oh yeah.
Lately, they just want to divorce because they found somebody else. I think that's wrong. So, but then I think I would divorce my wife based on biblical context.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't tolerate physical abuse. I think a slap is enough to fix the cause.
Okay. Why do you think certain ladies like toxic men?
It could be one person is actually used to this type of behavioral pattern.
Okay.
Because as actually nikaenda kwina azansunga moshi, so najada vame boni me.
It's going to be boring somewhere else.
Others even say it's going to be boring, yes, because they just love that behavioral pattern. And then others are just scared to move on. Who are scared to start off and just do something else because they're going to leave their comfort zone and go into a different one.
Yeah.
Others I think are just too focused on the good side of the relationship and are so optimistic that my husband or my boyfriend will change for the better or I will change him. So I think that's one of the reasons.
Are you in support to break price?
I think it's okay and I think it's right because not everything has to be biblical. We also have a culture and we have norms and rules that we go by.
Okay.
So in a normal Zambian setup, in a normal African setup, as a man, if I want to marry a woman, I just can't come and get her. I'm supposed to pay a certain amount of money or give off ghetto or something just to show my interest in this particular woman.
Okay.
So I think it's right. As an African man, I think I should do that because it's right.
Is it okay for her to pay something to your side because she also wants to something?
You mean her giving me money so that we pay off for her?
No, her bring the money to your parents.
My tradition, I think my culture then accept that. So
Don't accept that.
no.
Okay.
But we can keep the money. We can use it later.
Okay. Hey, that guy just about that, right?
For me, I think it's right.
It's right.
Yeah.
Why is it right? I heard a certain parent say something like, so I didn't want to feel busy to one. We sent this out to university, and then I had a friend who was like, when I said I was busy, if I didn't go and things like that, like I won't pay. But then why is it that they are giving such a justification because I didn't turn off school?
I don't really know, but for me, I think it's right. I don't really know why they have to pay the parents to the lady only, not to the guys too, because they also did something at the end of the day. Yeah. But looking at the world now, our generation, I think let me not say this, but it's right to pay them.
It's right, Jazz.
Yes, it's right. Let me end there.
I think the only challenge I have with that part is where we have to pay a lot of money.
Why we have to pay?
Because we're trying to create a family here.
I'm going to be cooking for you.
But I'm also going to cook for you. You're not my slave.
No, we pay for the services or what?
I think so. Let's put it that way. You pay for the services.
So you become a commodity when you come to my house.
No.
Yeah, it's like that.
Because I don't think I'm buying you. I'm just showing appreciation.
Rather than it looks like you're buying a favor or a service. That's how it kind of end up looking at the end of the day.
I think it should be a limited amount a certain amount. That
just appreciation.
Yes.
So I believe there are some men out there who just pay, minus knowing the actual intention behind all this. So one last question. It's going to both of you. I'm going to start with Anita. Yeah. So, what do you find to be the most attractive thing in a guy?
A guy who is smart.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
A guy who is smart, a guy who is supportive, business minded.
Okay.
Well mannered.
Woman.
A guy who is not violent. I think those are the top four.
Top four.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you find to be the most attractive thing in a woman?
I love a woman. First of all, I love a woman that fears God.
Okay.
and has respect for God, she definitely might have some respect for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I like a confident woman. Yes, I like a very smart woman, one that knows what is and what isn't, because I will not be able to always direct her.
Yeah.
But then I need a woman that's able to stand, and because by the way, my woman is a direct representation of me.
Yeah, true.
So even when I'm not around, you're going to have to see that that's my woman.
Yeah.
Because of who she is.
Exactly.
So I like a woman that's kind, that also thinks of others, because you can't just be about yourself.
Yeah.
I like a woman that is very prayerful, thinks of others, is hardworking.
Awesome. No, it's really been a great time having you guys. Thank you for coming through, and it's been a great time.
No, thank you for having us.
Yeah, awesome. This has been The Love Affairs, and we are just discussing about why relationships fail in our generation. What do you think are some of the reasons why relationships fail? Drop your comments in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.